From the time he was 8 years old, Ernest has had the honor to perform his Hametza, or cannibal dance. To him and to his people, this dance is special. It is more than just a performance. It is a way for the members of the community to reestablish their relationships with each other and the tribal past.
I stepped off on Alert Bay once again, I couldn't help but see around me things that were never there, or at least there was less of it when I was a child growing up here. But we went round the back of the island, and there along the beaches, things never really have changed there. The logs, the drift logs are still there, and the rocks and stones are there, and the kelp along the sea is still there, and you could hear in the distance the cry of the raven, the crows, and the seagulls. And at one point we saw and heard the old killer whale going by. And I think parts of the landscape did change a little bit, because there are more houses now than there were when I was a child here. But somehow, deep within me rings a cry for my people. And I'm sure it's in you too. Because they're down the other end. You see them, and they are lost. And they too cry, I would think. They don't seem to know where they're going, or even why they're there. And I often wonder, what kind of a job is ahead of us to start again, to start rebuilding? And I see a glimmer of hope somewhere along the line. And I guess that's about the only thing that keeps me going. Because I'm one in a few, I suppose, that have continued and hopefully have come through with Quagga's tradition behind me. It is deep within me. Last night, I asked if I would perform for the old people here. And what that meant to me, I can't explain to you, but I think you might know about it. Because I was brought up in the days when the potlatching was still going strong. And the sincerity of the people at that time when I was a child was there. Their hopes were still there. And now as I look at them, sometimes I think they have lost that hope. And certainly among our younger people, they seem to have lost it because they look for it elsewhere. Now, I often ask the question, whose fault is it? And we could name some organizations whose fault that might be, but I don't believe that, not entirely. Because I went through that system too. And I'm not blaming anybody for my life. And I'd like to see you people, as I'm trying to do, is to replant again. Maybe in my lifetime I'll never see the resurgence of our people. But at least we could do the thing that is right for us in our time, in our age, and that is to replant that seed of life that will allow our people to stand erect, proud of themselves, and that they don't have to lean on anybody. They don't have to get relief from anybody because they could do it themselves.